No, we're not gonna make it. It's a straight line, no anchorages for a good ways.
I dropped the outboard trying to put it on the boat so nobody can see it.
Not gonna make it. Are they trying to run us out?
I can't see 2 inches in front of my face.
We are having radio problems, so we're not hearing you.
Isn't this great?
We woke up early to the sound of cargo ships coming into port, with their engines roaring, vibrating everything in the boat. 18 bridges, 1 day. Could we do it? We weren't even sure. We'd have to time each bridge, arriving as close to the opening time as we could for each one, regardless of how close or far away we were. We'd already learned that we'd risk having problems if we needed to hold off at the bridges in tight quarters while fighting a current in a single-engine, heavy displacement boat. And with our rigging in poor condition, we still couldn't yet sail through the 4 to 5 foot seas offshore, so staying in the Intracoastal was the best option.
Royal Park Bridge, Royal Park Bridge, Royal Park Bridge. This is sailing vessel Mahayalani headed southbound, over. How far away are we? 4/10 of a mile. Royal Park Bridge, Royal Park Bridge, Royal Park Bridge. This is sailing vessel Mahayalani headed southbound, over. I don't know. I give up.
Royal Park Bridge, this is southbound sailing vessel. We are having radio problems. If you can hear this, we do request an opening. Go down there and talk to them, but it's up better.
Royal Park Bridge, Royal Park Bridge, Royal Park Bridge. This is sailing vessel Mahayalani requesting an opening, headed southbound. We are having radio problems, so we are not hearing you.
Royal Park to southbound sailing vessel. If you need this opening, I do have 2 vessels northbound. Are you coming through?
Okay, so the next bridge is opening on the 1/4 and 3/4, and we've just gone through that one at 10 a.m. It's 10:09 now. That doesn't leave us very long to get there. How do you think we're going to try to make it? At 10:15? Otherwise, we're going to be bobbing around. No, we're not going to make it? No. Not going to make it. 10:10. We've got 5 minutes.
Hell.
Okay. Alright, so slow her down then, because we have 30 more minutes. Okay, so for anyone wondering how we go about this is Navionics, it's on my phone. We go to route and manual. This is where we are right here. We're not heading that way, we're actually going south, but press and hold. I'm gonna find the next bridge, which is right here. I'm gonna go right here to this bridge, and this is close, so ordinarily you would just press and hold until you got there. We didn't have to do a bunch of bends or anything like that. And you can plug in your boat. I didn't plug in all the information, so I'm ignoring the fuel, and I'm mostly ignoring the time, if I'm honest. But I know that it's about 3 miles, right? So then I can figure out on my own how long it's going to take us to get there. I can move my little thing right there in the center, and it tells me that that's Lake Avenue Bridge. I can click Lake Avenue Bridge, and it will give me information about the bridge. I do see that it is a lift bridge, 38 feet at the center, so I know that we can't go under it. And it'll say no regulations, open on demand, which usually it'll tell you when they open, what times they open, and how they work, rush hours and things like that. But this one, it says open on demand. So what we'll do is we'll just call them when we get really close, and we'll ask them to open the bridge for us.
The bridges seemed endless, and we ended up calling most of them on the phone, unsure if our radios were functioning properly. Navigating the ICW isn't a difficult thing to do, but in a boat with nearly a 6-foot draft, you're always on guard, watching depths just outside the channel when you're held up, waiting for bridges to open. Boats will stop in front of you, not understanding that your heavy displacement carries more momentum, making it difficult to hold in place, even when we'd stay back as far as we reasonably could, but close enough to make the opening.
So Hal made another friend on the radio. It's a catamaran called Insanity. The guy left the same marina that we were in Daytona. Where all did he go? He was just in the same anchorage as us last night. He's gonna stay in Lake Sylvia in Fort Lauderdale, and we have a couple other options. Lake Sylvia might be a little tough for us to get into, but maybe on a higher tide we could. So we don't really know what we're gonna do when we get to Fort Lauderdale, because Fort Lauderdale's a little harder when it comes to sailboats and anchoring. They're really not like mooring friendly for sailboats. Okay, so this is where we were thinking about being for the night, but looking at it in real life is a lot different than looking at it on a chart.
Scoot in riding over there if you want to. Well, no, there's boats coming in and out, so we got to get over here to the right.
If I remember correctly on the chart, though, you had to be really careful getting in there. Like, it was deep back there, but you had to be careful getting in.
I can see the bottom. I don't think we can anchor here. What's the contingency? Camino Bridge, Camino Bridge, Camino Bridge. This is Mahealani.
Once you go, you're committed. There's nowhere.
How far are we away?
Oh, I can plot it, but I mean, it's a straight line, no anchorages for a good ways. Like a real good ways. And there's some bridges. There's not a bunch of bridges, but there are some. And they're gonna be late.
Yeah.
So it looks like we can get to Lake Santa Barbara tonight. It's in 7.5 nautical miles. How long do you think it will take us to get there, Hal? 2.5, 3 hours. All right. I'm gonna go ahead now and look at those bridges that are before this, because I need to make sure that some of these bridges don't stop and like stop, you know, opening at certain hours and all that, because we've got probably, yeah, I think there were at least 3 bridges. Communicate with bulldogs? He speaks husky.
I know. He doesn't know that. It's like us talking to dogs. We don't speak. I don't speak husky, but he listens.
Okay, so we're pulling into Lake Santa Barbara, which is right across from Lettuce Lake. But here's the thing, on Navionics it says that this area, like right here when you first go in, is your deep area. Oh, there's people anchoring back there, yeah. But we can't go that far back. We have to anchor up like right out here. That's 60 feet. That's 60 feet. 60? Yep. Want to back down on her? Okay. Might be dragging. I think it's dragging. I don't think we're holding.
Go ahead, pull it up.
Pulling it up. All right. All right, she's in. What do you think? do you think, Hal? Any plans? What's going on? Yeah, I think so.
This makes me happy.
It makes me happy to be here.
Finally done.
Watch out for that.
We have 100% battery.
Cool.
That's what all that running hard does with that DC to DC charger. Charges are right up to full capacity.
Hal is going scuba diving. Are you gonna skin it?
Huh?
Are you gonna skin it?
Skin it? What do you mean?
Like, are you skinning it?
You mean going in my sweatpants and my clothes I had on today?
Well, I don't know if you call that skinning it, but are you putting on neoprene or not?
No.
Do you want to tell everybody what happened?
I dropped the outboard trying to put it on the boat so nobody would steal it. There's a dinghy floating around out here without any lights on.
Where?
He was just like sitting behind the boat with no lights.
And I did offer to help, and you told me like 4 times.
Will you help me now?
No. Yeah, I can help you.
Will you pull the tender up forward so I can jump off the boat?
Yeah. Do you want like a safety? Is the current, I mean, I know the current's kind of bad, but are you worried about the current?
No, yeah, well, I need some kind of reference. I can't see.
All right.
So I need a line that goes straight down to the bottom. We got a bunch of rope. We need something for a weight.
Right, I know.
We could use the second anchor line in the cooler.
But what do we use for an anchor is what I'm thinking.
It's got chain.
Oh, it's chain.
Drop the chain and tie it off.
You see it?
I can't see 2 inches in front of my face.
Because it's kind of more, okay. Anything? That way.
Scoot it down.
So what are you gonna do?
I can't see. I need light, like real light.
Like sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we have swung like crazy.
I guess we're here tomorrow. We have a scuba adventure.
drift diving and current. This is the stupidest invention in the world. Tinder.
You want to pass me some stuff?
No. Gotta do something quicker that's more important.
What? It's free flowing. Are you marking where we're at?
Well, if we swing 180 degrees, we won't never find it. We're not going to find it anyway.
Well, we know how. You're trained for this.
I know.
This isn't hard. Like, if we literally have like a 360 degree circle and we know it's inside. And you know what to do to find that. That's...
You're right. Do we have the stuff to do it?
Are you free flowing again? Sound like it.
So, I got a hold of our friend in Fort Lauderdale. There's a good chance I can make it like it never happened. But once I get it out of the water, it's like the clock is on. I've got to get this thing to Lacey's house, and I got to go to work. So, I got a hold of Lacey. Her husband is going to meet us at our next anchorage with a panga. We're going to throw the outboard on it, and we're going to go straight to their house, and I'm going to start pickling the engine. So the plan is, first thing, get off the bottom, get it on the boat. Once it's on the boat, pull the cowling off, start dousing it with fresh water, then pull the spark plug out, fill that cylinder full of diesel. There's a good chance I might just put the spark plug back in and let it sit like that until I get to Lacey's house. And then when I get to hers, a lot of blowing with the air compressor, a lot of WD-40, a lot of water, a lot of work. I need to get it started and running as quick as possible, and then just let it run, changing the oil often. So that's the plan for today. Never a dull moment. Coffee.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm stuck here for a little bit. Our outboard is in the water, so I've got to go dive it up and pickle it today.
No way. Alright, yeah, I'm just making some pancakes real quick, but if you need some help, let me know, man.
Well, if you know how to dive, two eyes are better than one.
Don't make him dive.
Yeah, I agree. Let me finish frying up this pancake, and yeah, alright, give me a second.
Hell, I can dive it if I have to. We can't have like a total stranger diving for our freaking outboard. No.
What I need more than anything, if you want to know the truth,
Yeah.
is to make sure I don't get run over.
Well, why don't you have him do that? And you and I will dive it.
I'm thinking it might take all three of us as much boat traffic as this gets.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Two people in water and somebody in a dinghy with making sure the dive flag's straight up and following bubbles. And then when I shoot the bag, they know, okay, neutral. See what's going on?
Are they trying to run us out? What am I missing?
They're exercising on the deck with a yoga ball.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm gonna need a zoom lens for that. I thought they were just trying to run us off because it's getting late in the morning. Either way, awesome. I'm here for it.
They don't know us.
I see the yoga ball. Oh, we're jamming out. I should get on deck and start dancing.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
How are you feeling about this inside-out shirt?
I like my shirts inside out, and I love the fact jellyfish are passing by.
Yeah, cool.
That's a is that a jellyfish?
Don't even think about it, Bentley. This is not a swimming trip.
I'm gonna go hook to the anchor and kind of swim that way,
Okay.
on top of the water.
Yeah?
Then when I get about even with the stern of the boat,
Yeah.
I'll go straight to the bottom and swim this way.
Okay.
And then the cave line should snag the motor, or
You're
I
gonna
should
have
bump
your-
into it.
Are you gonna have your dive flag out?
I got my dive flag ready on the other side.
Are you digging the motivational music this morning? Is this pumping you up? Is your friend coming back, Bentley? He's coming.
Is that my boyfriend? There's a handle.
Can you not? Is it gonna work?
Of course it will.
Yeah, just hand me.
Because I'm not geriatric yet. But it's not going to be fun. There, babe. I got your outboard back.
Thanks.
Successful mission.
Thank you. See, I didn't need much help. I needed help. So I pulled out the spark plug. It's in gear. All right. Now I got to get some kind of lubricant inside the cylinder. Diesel fuel will work with some of this multi-purpose oil. So I filled the cylinder with lubricant and I'm putting the spark plug back in because we have a little bit of time before I actually can work on it, and hopefully that kind of helps save it from the water in the cylinder as best as possible. I've done everything I can for the motor, so we have to get it to a house, land fixed. So we'll start making preparations and headed towards Fort Lauderdale.
Getting up the anchor.
Pull it, girl.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, and Bentley. Bentley's a sailor dog. You know why? Because he finally peed. He finally peed on his pad. I just rinsed it all down. But he hiked his leg and he peed right here, which means that I need to get, well, we expected that, but I gotta find a remedy for that so that it will kind of guard the boat. But yeah, he did so good. Okay, we good? The bridle's on.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You may have to beat the pin back in.
Okay. Hey, Hal, can I get the wash down? More that way. All right, I'm gonna do like he said, just grab it. Okay. Now I gotta get that thing. Oh, this is dangerous as f***. Oh. Here we go, here we go. All right. Hold that tight. Grab it. Come on, Gypsy, go. Go, Gypsy, go. There we go. All right, we're there. Woo! Oh, they have a giraffe in their yard.
They do.
We're doing a little donut because we arrived early. We were hungry and donuts sounded delicious. So let's look at tomorrow. Seas around 5 feet with occasional seas up to 6 feet. Dominant period of 5 seconds. It's not gonna work. Saturday, seas 4 to 6 feet with occasional seas of up to 8 feet. Sunrise. You guys all know where sunrise is. I am just going to call them. Here we go. Put it on speaker. You want a radio?
Not yet.
That's a really pretty main ship 430 that just passed by. I just sold one of those. All right, I'm gonna try to call that bridge again. I don't know what happened. It like didn't make any noises. All right, I'm gonna have to try them on the radio.
Sunrise Bridge, Sunrise Bridge, Sunrise Bridge. This is the 7th vessel in my line.
Are they okay in there?